Where are you trying to go, Miles? Where are you trying to go? Day 16. I started day 16 yesterday, but day 16 basically ended up with me just sitting and doing absolutely nothing. Well, I mean, we were doing stuff for work and stuff, but I just honestly, I went and got gas for the side-by-side, and I was just like, there's nothing really happening. I need a break from just recording and editing. So I took a day off. So now I'm only a day ahead on videos, which is no bueno. Anyways, this is going to be about how we get ready to go to the dunes. And I kind of want to hear, come here, buddy. I kind of want to hear what's y'all's ritual. Most people don't live out of their RV that they take to the dunes, so it's kind of probably a lot more. What's your bare essentials? Comment below. What are your bare essentials you gotta have going to the dunes? Beer, gas, I would think would be probably one of the most important things to take. What's your go-to snacks? Do you camp simple and cook simple, or do you go all out? I like to go all out sometimes for dinners. Sometimes we just go simple. Sometimes we're smoking tri-tips and whatevers. Anyways, yeah, comment. Tell us. You like to have snacks? You like to have snacks with you? Yeah, snacks are good, aren't they? You like snacks? Yeah. Daddy! Yeah, tell them. So, today, I don't know, this will be 2 videos turned into one. Probably be simple. We're going to get down to Little Sahara. We're trying to beat the bad weather. I know what you're thinking. Why would you go there just to sit in bad weather for 2 days? Because I can still work from remotely and do stuff we need to do, right? We can still work remotely, right? Yeah. So, and plus, we got a lot of stuff that we have to do on the computer, so if it's raining for a couple of days, whatever. But why we go there early, and for any of you that go there every Easter, we always get snow the day before the weekend. We need to get there before the ground turns into soup. Because a 40,000 pound rig driving through, this stuff turns into like clay, guys, like straight clay. Anyways, guys, I'll show you what's going on in a second. I'm gonna go jump in the shower. I just got a haircut. As you can tell, for the first 15 days of videos, my hair was out of control. And now I got a cue ball head, but that's okay. All right, Miles, let's go clean. Let's go get ready to go, okay? Guys, so Chris has got to go meet up with our friend Cassie, because Cassie's going to give us a car seat for Miles, so we have a permanent one in there. Now it's time to go on the road. Say bye-bye. Can I tell you guys what my pet peeve is? Like, and tell me how you feel below, because maybe I'm like, maybe it's just me. I don't know, but I feel like this is a shared thought process with everybody except for the idiots who do it. So when you're going and you're getting to the on-ramp and you're on the on-ramp, which means you're going onto the interstate, like say right here, dude, could you please explain to me why some people go 40 miles per hour? It's 70 where I'm at right now. Please explain to me why you're going 40 miles per hour on the on-ramp. And then I'm in like a 65, 70 foot long setup. I can't just pull in the lanes if there's cars next to me. Like, for the love of God, if you're one of those people, you can go and match the speed, at least minimum, of the interstate when you're getting on it. Okay, that's all. Get over it. So this road that's over there, that comes over there, Krista went to go get a car seat. She's literally gonna end up right behind me, according to this.
Miles and I are in Gladys. We're not far behind Jonathan. I had to stop and fill up the gas tank just to make sure she was topped off, and then I also had to use the bathroom and change Miles's diaper because we stopped and we got a car seat from my friend. She literally was like, 2 days ago I took it out because her son had outgrown it. She's like, I didn't know what to do with it. I was just gonna take it to the DI, and I made a post on Facebook. I was like, does anybody have a car seat they're getting rid of? And bam, it was meant to be. It was so perfect. So now we got Miles' car seat for the car, and then another car seat for the machine. So that way, and I might put that one in the machine since it's already been a machine in a machine and it's all sandy. So yeah, that's kind of my thought process. But we're just cruising along, working on getting caught back up to Jonathan. We're less than an hour from Little Sahara, and the skies are looking gray. There looks like there's moisture in the air. So we're just trying to get there so we can get set up and parked and set up before the rain comes in. So that's what Miles and I are doing, guys. I should have grabbed a snack or something from when we stopped, but I was like, I wanted to clean the bugs off the windshield because it was nasty, and I'm so glad I stopped to use the bathroom because I would not have made it. So I debated taking Miles out of the car seat, taking him inside, and then I was like, if I don't do it, I'll be sorry. So I did, and I'm not sorry. I'm happy that I did. So I guess we shall see you guys at Little Sahara.
Second pet peeve. First of all, Chris is behind me. She's right there. Probably can't see her. But my second pet peeve. Why do you pull out in front of people that are going 60 miles per hour? I just don't understand, guys. Maybe I'm just like frustrated, but every time I drive anywhere outside of my tiny little 3 red light town, I just get mad. Because I'm like, why did you do that? Why did you drive like that? Who's to say? Yeah.
Kick up sand as we rollin' slow. Cooler in the back, got the chairs in tow. Kids in the rear sing, are we there yet? Sunblock shades and a sunrise set. Follow that road to the pavement ends. Dust cloud halo as we spot our friends. Mom's in the hoodie with a coffee, granddad's bad playlist just turned back on again. Hey, hey, hey. Weekend in the dunes. Yeah. We're zooming past the gloom. Got my family, got my crew. Big sky, big laughs, big room for the stories in the skies. For the engines in.
We made it, Miles. Here's your ride. We're going. Look at all that cloud, Miles. Yeah, you see your ride? Is that your ride? We're gonna go ride. Yeah. Maybe not tonight, but when it's not raining.
All in the camp chair, 10 years old. Smoke from the grill makes a lazy wave. Cousin takes a turn, acts big, feels brave. We talk small stuff like it's world-class news. Remember last year when you lost your shoes? Weekend in the dome. We're zooming past the gloom. Got my family, got my crew. Big sky, big laughs, big room for the stories in the stars. For the engines and the stars. Weekend in the dunes. Let's do it again real soon.
Say we made it.
We made it.
Say it in Spanish.
Ya voy. Estamos aquí.
Holy cow, guys. Man, it is insane weather out there. Like, it's not raining or anything too bad. I mean, it was raining. It was more of a drizzle. But the wind, I was getting pushed around everywhere. Chris has stopped and got gas. She was behind us for a second. I was like, fill up before you come, because the weather's going to be kind of crappy for the next 2 days. And to be honest, we got to do a little bit of work stuff anyways. But in the midst of us not being able to ride our brand new Razor that we still have yet to ride, I think that it would be pretty cool to kind of show you guys Little Sahara and how it works, but not from a side-by-side point of view, but just so you can understand if you ever come here. To my buddy Tim, Sandblast Extreme, he always does those kind of shows you what the place is like videos. So I'm going to show you everything from the beginning, coming into the entrance, where you got to pay, how much it costs, and then we're going to go. Did you want to say something? Miles got his little haircut. So we're going to show you kind of the whole nine, like the different camping spots that you can go to. So that'll be a video coming up. I had originally thought to myself, you know what, I'm going to try to stop for a few days and catch up on videos. But you know what? I made a commitment, not just to you guys, but I made it to myself. It was a challenge, not only to myself, it was something so you guys can watch a little bit more of our everyday life, but I wanted to challenge myself with something that would be hard for me to do, and to actually complete that challenge and commit to it, because I have a hard problem with committing to things and staying and following through. So that's my goal. Anyways, let's make some tacos. Are you ready to ride? He's ready to ride. It's good. How many pairs of goggles you got on?
Hey, when you guys wake up tomorrow, Trump's still going to be your president.
He's got 2 pairs of goggles on, guys.
3
2
more years.
Little bit of heat, little sweet from the corn. Tortilla so warm like it just got born. Friends roll in when the guac gets mashed. One more batch, they arrive so fast. It's taco time, everybody line up for that flavor. Stack that bite up. Salsa dripping down, let it light up. One more, 2 more, never quite enough.
How's your tacos, Miles? Is that yummy? You got a little quesadilla? And sour cream. We got some tacos. You good? Can you say bye-bye? Say bye-bye, see you later.